Hello and welcome back. In this video, we're going to be discussing the properties that we left over from part 1. Okay, so let's get on to this. There are actually a total of 9 properties, and I have to say that these were not by any means by any standard. They they are the ones that I found to be useful, and they are like the main ones. So we are done with 5, and the remaining 4 are going to be done in this video. So number 6, if you have a number a and if you add it to 0, you will get the same number a, and respectively if you subtract any number from a, you will get a back. A can be any number, any real number. Okay, and in fact I think any imaginary number would even work. So let's actually see an example. So let's suppose that we have a to be 5, equal to 5. So what is 5 plus 0? We are adding 5 to 0. What do you think is going to be the answer? Yes, exactly 5. Now let's do the opposite. Let's say that we want to subtract 5. What's going to be the answer then? 5. Yes. Now this is actually a property of 0, and yes. So let's just actually go to the 7th. Okay. Let's say we have a as 5,000. Now if we want to add 5,000 to 0, what do you think we're going to get? Yes, 5,000. And if we subtract 5,000, what do you think we're going to get? Exactly 5,000. Now this is all according to the rule that I had explained before. Now the 7th property. What is a multiplied by 0? It is going to be 0. This is the 7th property, and respectively if you have if 0 is before a, the answer is still 0. Now let's see an example. Let a be equal to 3. What is 3 times 0? It's going to be 0. And it's the same thing. 0 times 3. What do you think is going to be the answer? It's going to be 0. Now on to the 8th property. Now the 8th property says that 0 raised to a certain number a is going to be what? It's going to be 0. Now on to the example. Let's say that we have a is equal to 2, right? So what's 0 raised to the power 2? And for those who don't know what raised to the power means, it just means that 0 is going to be multiplied by itself. How many times? By 2 in this example. Why? Because a is equal to 2 over here. So what do you think is going to be the answer? According to the principle, it's going to be 0. Now on to the 9th property. What is a divided by 0? Now this is actually it's quite a tricky thing, but basically it's infinity. Yeah, and I think like even right now mathematicians haven't found out what infinity really is. So yeah, it's basically infinity. So you have to look out for situations where we have 0 in the denominator. Okay, now let's see an example. Let's for example say that a is 24. What is 24 divided by 0? You simply have to write infinity, or sometimes people say you have to write not defined. But seriously, look out for situations in which you have 0 in the denominator, because it really screws up the whole question, or the answer and the question. So yes, the answer is infinity. And thank you. Going to see you in the next video.